Send us your old cassettes for the Z28, and it's just been a flood of cassettes. This is really happening. We're live right now. We're live. People are listening. People are listening to the words coming out of my mouth. There's a call to action, and we're getting involved. Look at this. From Morning View, Kentucky, we got this amazing Metallica cassette. Black Sabbath cassette, which I got to admit, I've never really, I like Black Sabbath, but now I've been listening to this Black Sabbath cassette all week, driving around in the Z28 Camaro. The car hasn't broken down this week. It's at the shop right now, though, because it is at the shop because it's been backfiring. It's been making this, we'll get video of that. So the Metallica, Black Sabbath, and strangely, the Forrest Gump soundtrack all came to us from Morning View, Kentucky. Let's see, we got another one here. I want to open one live on the air because there's so much. I wish we could get to all of them. I want to open one live on the air. This is from Jonathan Trackwell in Larned, Kansas. And Jonathan, you just so you know, you put insufficient postage. There was one stamp missing. So when I went down to the post office box around the corner from us here in Burbank, and I asked, I opened the box and they gave me a thing, and then you go to the desk and they give me the thing and they say, oh, you can't take this. This is how it works, by the way. Electronic media users watching. This is how it works. They said, no, you can't take it. I owe them 45 cents because of you, Jonathan. Because of you, Jonathan Trackwell. So basically, Jonathan, you owe me 45 cents. So I paid them 45 cents for this, whatever this is. Let's see what we got here from Jonathan Trackwell in Kansas. A copy of the St. Elmo's Fire original motion picture soundtrack. Probably not worth 45 cents to me. No, that's going to be great, actually. Actually, that's going to be great. I'm going to really enjoy that. So, this is fun. We wanted to play the cassettes on the air. We thought it would be fun to have a cassette deck here and we could listen to them. And we looked into it, and if you don't know how television works, every time you play a music cassette, any kind of music, if you play a song on television, you got to pay the artist. So we got like Motley Crue. We got a Motley Crue cassette. We thought, oh, well, let's see if we can play Motley Crue, Dr. Feelgood. We'll push play. Everybody can watch the cassette. We were going to get a shot of the cassette turning as we listened to the sound coming out of the cassette. And they said that would be $10,275 to play that. Just go listen to it on YouTube, basically, for free. But this has just been really cool. I want to thank everybody out there who's watching the show here for getting involved with us. We're trying to say something about the world we're living in, and we're going to keep doing this. Just send us more cassettes at Tom Green Studios, P.O. Box 404, Burbank, California, 91503. Send us more cassettes. I remember when I was growing up, when I was a kid, and I didn't have this phone in my pocket. It was just constantly beeping with people who I sort of know, people who I've met, people that ex-girlfriends, friends from years past, constantly calling. This is my phone in my kitchen. This is my phone right now in my kitchen. It is the old, I'm taking it back to the old school. I would suggest you all do the same. Go get a rotary dial phone, plug it into the wall, and get rid of your phone. I'm actually contemplating getting rid of my phone next week. I might do it next week. You look at this for a second. Look at this thing. Look at the cord. Look at the cord running out of the phone, going directly into the wall, right? That's why it's called a landline, because it's plugged directly into the land. Directly into the land. Let's get back to that. I think we're all losing our minds, stuck on our phones all day. Let's get back to, I like the fact that You know, it's nice when you tweet me at Tom Green Live. I love it. We love it. We're all here at the show. We're all looking at Twitter, and we love it. But when you send me a blue envelope with circles on it this is from C. Welch in Kentucky, and you send this to our P.O. box, I gotta tell you, it gives me a bigger amount of joy. It's tangible, right? You can touch it. I don't think we've even really started to really come to grips with what we've lost with electronic music. You're listening to MP3s. When we used to buy cassettes, like when somebody bought, whatever the fuck this is, Earl Pitt's Battle of the Sexes. Battleground. Yeah. Starring Gary Busey. I don't know what this is, but I'm going to listen to this. But when we used to go buy our cassettes, we'd go down to the record store, and you'd flip through the cassettes at the record store, and you'd look at the album covers. And sometimes you'd decide what album you were going to buy just based on the album cover. You'd say, oh, that looks creative, that looks funny, that looks cool. And there was no internet. So this was the way you would get your information. You'd go down to the record store and you'd buy a cassette or a 8-track or vinyl or whatever it was, whatever era you're from. And it was amazing. Yeah, that's kind of gone. And then you'd set those cassettes on a shelf in your room, and you'd look at them. And I've had the Black Sabbath cassette in my car for the last week, and the songs play in a certain order, and that's the order that the band decided they wanted you to hear the songs in. You know, now listen to this. You get in your car. What am I going to listen to now? Listen to this MP3. And your choices are basically infinity. Your choices are every song that exists on the planet. Now I get in. I go, I'm going to listen to Ozzy. I'm going to listen to the songs in the order that he wanted them played in. And the sound quality is better too. The sound quality is better because it's analog. The low end is better. I don't want to get into too much detail. That's impossible at this point. And these little, I don't know if you remember these, can we get a close-up shot of these little, I don't know what these are called, these little things here? Those little things? If you put if you're a young child watching right now, because I know we have a lot of children watching the show, and you don't know what a cassette tape is, if you put a piece of tape over this little thing right here, then you could record over it. Which is something I'll probably be doing with Earl Pitt's Battle of the Sexes. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for your amazing response. Keep sending your cassette tapes to me. I will be listening to them here in the Camaro. Before we go, I want to give you a quick update on the GNOME situation.